Hello everyone, this is the movie that I make for you to recover appendix. Appendix here refer to appendix 1. So the title of this appendix is working with equations, graphs and tables. Yes, I just make note for you. During this movie presentation, by using this slide, I have no definition for you in terms of equations, graphs or tables, but you can go to textbook chapter 1, appendix chapter 1. You can get definition from there. That's why you need to go to textbook. I will not provide you the definition of equation, graphs, tables. I just go directly to what it is and how to recognize it, how to recognize them, and then try to solve in order to get the answer. Okay. So this slide I have two sides. This side is left hand side, this side is right hand side. So first look at left hand side. This is we call equality. Equality comes from the word equal. This one equality expression or equality form. Okay. In this expression we have two sides as well, the left hand side and the right hand side. Okay, the left hand side and the right hand side we have equal sign. So this expression we call equality because the left hand side equal to the right hand side. 36 multiplied by 5 plus 12 equal to 3 multiplied by 64. This is expression of equality. Yes, they are equal because 36 multiplied by 5 plus 12 equal to 192. 3 multiplied by 64 equal to 192. That's why 192 equal to 192. Okay, look at the other side. I take the first expression, not this one, the first expression, but I just change 5 here. I substitute 5 here by x. Okay, I substitute 5 here by x. That's why this is 36 multiplied by x plus 12 equal to 3 multiplied by 64. This expression or this form we call right now equation. No more equality. Now we call equation. This equation has one variable x or one unknown x. Look at this one. Beside x, 36 we know exactly, 12 we know exactly, 3 we know exactly, 64 we know exactly. That's why in this expression, except x, we know exactly, but we don't know for x. Because x we don't know the value, that's why we call x as variable. Okay, so I have no definition about variable in this slide, but you can go to textbook. You can get definition for variable. This equation has one variable x. That's why equation with one variable. If I substitute 64 by y, this equation becomes two variables. So this is a equation with two variables. Two variables x and y. X and y. Okay, these two variables have different functions or have different roles. X is independent variables. Y is dependent variable. X is independent variable. Y is dependent variable. Normally I call shortcut IV, not ID, IV DV, independent variable, dependent variable. Okay, so this equation has two unknowns or two variables. That's why equation with two variables. X is IV, Y is DV. I have the other one expression. Both of them together we call equalities. If I put IS. The second one, 28 multiplied by 5 plus 12 multiplied by 15 equal to 320. Okay. This expression, if I change or if I substitute 5 by x, this will become equation with one variable. If I substitute 15 by y, again this equation with two variables. Okay, this equation with two variables. Okay, in this case it may be a little bit harder which one is IV, which one is DV, but based on what we have studied from background from school, high school, secondary school, we always the rule always followed, always said that Y is DV, X is IV. Okay, so these are equalities, these are equations with two variables. Okay, I have the other example, example 1, example 2. Y equal, look at example 1, y equal to m multiplied by x plus b. We don't know for all. We don't know y, we don't know m, we don't know x, we don't know b. Yes, we don't know for all because this is we call general equation, not specific. Specific we know some, like this one. This is specific equation, or we call real equation, because we know some numbers and we don't know some letters. But this one we don't know for all. This one is for general equation, not a real equation. Okay, so m is slope of the equation, b is y-intercept. Okay, what does it mean slope? You can go to textbook, Appendix chapter 1 textbook. What does it mean y-intercept? Okay, also going to textbook, you can get. This is one form. They are the same. Example 2. Actually, example 1, example 2, based on this one, they are the same. But we just change the location of b and mx. But they are the same. This is mx plus b. This one b plus mx. B is still y-intercept. M is still slope. Okay, look at the real example from example 1. Y equal to 3x minus 1. So based on this real equation, I can say that 3 is slope, minus 1 is y-intercept. 3 is slope. Slope is direction of the line, go up or go down. If the slope positive like this one, is it go up? When you draw a graph or when you draw a line go up. Second equation. This is a real equation. Y equal to y minus 1 over 2x. So based on this real equation, I can say that minus 1 over 2 is slope, plus y is y-intercept. In this case, the slope is negative. What does mean slope negative? Slope negative, that means direction of the line is drop down, or direction of the curve is drop down. When you draw a line, when you draw a curve, it go down, negative go down, positive go up. Okay, so this is the note that you need to remember. When you have a real equation, you can define the slope and you can define y-intercept. When the slope positive, when you draw a line, when you draw a graph, it's going up. But when the slope negative, when you draw a graph, it's going down. Okay, so remember that one. Now, going to see together all our three. Work together. All our three. What are they? Equation, table, graph. Equation, table, graph. Okay, I take the first equation from this slide to study. Now 36 multiplied by x plus 12 equal to 3 multiplied by y. Okay, this is not easy form to understand as equation. That's why I need to make it in I need to make this form into easy form as equation. Okay, maybe I can divide it all of them by 3. Why I need to divide all of them by 3? Because I want to get only y for one side. The other side, yes, we have number and have x. That's why, because of this side 3y, that's why we divided by all of these equation by 3. So divided by 3, divided by 3, divided by 3. Why it is not divided by 3? Because 3 multiplied by 3 is 1. That's why this is the real equation form or expression. Why? From this one, this is not easy to understand, but this one is easy to understand or easy to recognize as equation. Y equal to 12 multiplied by x plus 4. This is called equation. From equation, you need to make table. How to make table? By using the equation. They're a little bit easy. You need to use calculator or your calculation by first, you need to give values of IV. So what is IV? Independent variable. You need to give value of IV and then try to calculate for dv y. Okay, so in order to make table from graph, first you need to give values of ivx and then calculate this to get the values of dv y. Okay, this is table. We have x, we have y. The row, upper row here, x. The below row here or row down here is y. If x equal to 0, y will be 4. Okay. If x equal to 1, y will be 16. If x equal to 2, y equal to 28. If x equal to 3, y equal to 40. Anyway, maybe you have question to ask. How can we give the values of x? So in order to make table, you need to give value of x in order to get y value. How to give value of x? Remember that when you give value of x, look at the equation. You need to think about what value of x that is good for this calculation to get y. You need to think about what numbers or what values of x that you need to give into this calculation, you need to give into this equation in order to get values of y. Okay, so it depends on you. Sometimes some of you say that okay, this number is easy to get y, this number is easy to get y, but some of you maybe I give this x number in order to get y. This is easy for me. That's why I have no rules for you, but I just give you the clue how to get how to give the values, how to set the value of x. You can set any value that make you easy to find y value based on equation. Okay, remember that one. Now we have complete the tables. This is called table. Based on the information on this table, we need to draw a graph around here. Okay, because we have equation with two variables, that's why when we draw a graph we have two dimension as well, or we hold two axis graph. This is we call horizontal axis, this is we call vertical axis, or y axis, or x axis. Okay, this is y, this is x. Horizontal axis or x axis, vertical axis or y axis. Because we have equation with two variables, that's why when we draw a graph we have two axes. Two axes. This is y axis, vertical, this is x axis, horizontal. The injunction or the meeting axis or injunction axis is 0. Okay, this one. 0 point we call origin point. Origin point is the point that starts from x-axis and together with y-axis. Okay, by using information of x, a pair of x and y, 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 you need to make it table. But before you draw a graph, you need to look at the values of x and y. However, you need to scale like this one. Okay, you need to scale like this one. But it doesn't mean that the scale of x sometimes not equal to scale of y. Maybe the scale of x, this one, the scale of y is like a longer one or x shorter. So, but in this case, maybe I scale a little bit equally, a square here. But you can scale, not really a square, maybe a rectangle like this one or that one. Maybe y longer, x shorter, or maybe x longer, y shorter. It depends on you prefer. But for me, I prefer equal like this one. But when I put a number, maybe not equal. Okay, how to put number on y axis? How to put number on x axis? Look at first. I will put number on y axis. In order to put number on this scale for y axis, I need to look at the values of y in the table. In the table, I see that 40 is the largest value. Okay, 40 is largest value. That's why I ask myself, can 40 divided by 2? Yes, 40 divided by 2, I got 12. I got 20. Can 20 as a result from 40 divided by 2 divided by 2 again? Yes, 20 divided by 2 is 10. Can 10 divided by 2? Yes, 10 divided by 2, I got 5. That's why I got 40. I take 40 as the largest, the highest or the largest value. I put here because I use middle concept. 40, the middle concept is 20, because 40 divided by 2 is 20. 20 divided by 2 is 10. Okay, 10. If 10 divided by 2 is okay, it's fine. It's divided by 2. Yes, 10 divided by 2 is fine. 5, but maybe I don't take 5. Okay, that's why this is the way that you need to scale. When you scale, when you put the number on the each axis, y axis, you need to look at the values of y in table. Try to set the value, the highest one, with the number that easy to be divided by 2 again, and next one divided by 2 again, divided by 2. At least this number can divide it by 2 3 times and get the result easily. For example, 40 divided by 2, I got 21. Divided by 2 again, I got 10. 2 times divided by 2. If 10 divided by 2 again, I got 5. 3 times 3 times divided by 2. That's why 40 divided by 2 one time, I got 20. Divided by 2 second time, I got 10. Divided by 2 third time, I got 5. Okay, I got 20. Sorry, I got 40. How about this one? This one axis for x doing the same concept of y, but in this case a special one. I don't need to think about divided by 2 because it's smallest number. That's why I take all here. Okay, take directly from this one. But if x value is larger number, you need to use concept of middle concept. Divided by 2, divided by 2, divided by 2. That's why you need to take the number that can be divided by 2 3 times and result easily getting. Okay, so scaling is already a fact, but now I will take this information into our graph here. So when x equal to 0, y equal to 4. Yes, this one. X 0, y equal to 4. When x equal to 1, this one. Y equal to 16. I don't have 16 here, but I have 15 here. This is 15 the middle between 20 and 10. So 16 it should be a little bit higher than this one. Okay, I got this one. If you are not sure, you can review this again and again. If I'm teaching in the class, maybe you cannot review. That's why movie is good for you. You can review again and again. It's a point that you are not clear. Okay, review again and again. So if x equal to 2, y equal to 28. Where's 2? It's 2. Where 28? I don't have a 28, but I have 30. I have 25. 28 may be around this one. Yes, this is 28. If 3 is if x is 3, y is 40. Yeah. So it should be 4 points. Actually, in order to draw graph, because it is the first degree equation, you need to have only 2 points. In order to draw a line, you need only 2 points, but I give you 4 points. Okay, I got point 1, point 2, point 3, point 4. This point that I get from the table. If I use a line to connect this point together, I call a graph. This is the graph that represents equation here. Okay, slope is plus 12. That's why when you draw a line, it go up here. It go up here like this one. So 12 in the subpoint. In the subpoint is 4. Okay, in the subpoint is 4. Maybe you ask me the question, what is the point 4? Go to textbook to read this one. If you are not clear, okay, you can contact me. So it's done. 3 of them working together is done. Equation, table, graphs. Equation, table, graph. Okay, if you don't know, if you are not clear which point, you can review if you review many times and you still not understand, okay, contact me. Okay, the second equation for you to practice. Okay, for you to practice. Equation, table, graph. For you to practice. I'm not doing it for you right now. Okay, if you can do it without looking at this movie or without watching this movie, don't watch this movie and doing this at the same time. If you do that one, you are a copy machine, or you are a parrot animal. You know copy machine? It's easy. Just take the information, put on the copy machine and take copy, and the output is the same thing as original. That's why you are human being. You are not machine. You are not animal. You are human being. So try to understand what you want, and then do it by your own ability. Don't copy. Okay, so this is for you to practice. Next one, this is from what we have done so far. We got a line, equation, table, and we got a graph like this one. So what next here? If the same equation like this one, if I change the number with x. So number with x normally we call coefficient. Okay, coefficient. If I change the coefficient of x, I change the coefficient of v, what happened? I change from 36 to 27. I change by lower number. 36 to 27 is lower. Okay, do the same thing as previous one. I got this one. This is a new equation. Okay, this is new equation. The previous equation 36 is 12x plus 4, but now become 9x plus 4. Based on this new equation, after I changing coefficient of x, I got a new equation. Based on new equation, I make table. Yes, I do it again and again. Yes, so I have 4 points again. When I give x equal to 0, y equal to 4. When I give x equal to 1, y equal to 13. When I give x equal to 2, y equal to 22. When I give x equal to 3, y equal to 31. Maybe some of you not clear with this one. You can ask, why you get this? How you get this one? This one comes from take x0 to substitute here, and you can get y. Take 1 to substitute here, you get y. Take 2 to substitute here, you can get y. Take 3 to substitute here, you can get y. Okay. Based on this table, I have graph, I have scale already. I need to take this table into the graph. In order to avoid confusing, I use different color. Okay, so it should be the same thing as here. In terms of this one, in terms of this one is the same thing. That's why when x equal to 0, y equal to 1, this is 1. So second one, this one. The third one, this one. The fourth one, this one. So I have this new one, I put red. If I connect a line, and if I use a line to connect this 4 point, I got a equation. I got a graph. This is a new equation graph. The slope, what is slope? Slope plus 9. You can see if you change the coefficient, if you change the same expression, but you change coefficient of x, that means if you change coefficient of IV, change by lower value, so the new equation will locate lower than original one. Okay, original one. But because you just change the coefficient of x, that's why the slope change. How about y-intercept? Y-intercept not change. Start from the same. Okay, start from the same here. The same point from 4. So what is change? Only slope change. So when you change the coefficient of IV, slope change. If you change by lower, slope on new one smaller than original one. When the slope on new one equation smaller than original, the slope of original equation, when you draw a graph, the curve, or when you draw a graph or the line must be lower than original one. However, if you change from 36 original, not to 20 lower but higher, 36 to, let's say, 40. Okay, or 39, 40 or 39, maybe 39 divided by 3. If you change to 39 or 42, so the slope will be higher than original one. When the slope higher than original one, it starts from the same intercept because you don't change this one. That's why when you draw it, it becomes higher. When the slope is bigger than original one, when you draw a line is located above original line. Okay, so note this one. This is one concept that I need you to remember. When the coefficient of IV change, the slope will change. When the coefficient change by smaller, slope smaller and the new line will be lower. When you change to bigger, slope will be higher. When you draw a line, will be upper. Remember that one? Okay. Next one. Now I'm not changing the coefficient of x. I'm not changing the coefficient of IV, still 36. But I change the constant here from 12 to 21. I change by bigger, make it bigger. 12 to 21 is bigger. So what happened? In this case, compare original equation. 12 is still the same slope, but intercept change. This is 4, this is 7. Okay, I do the same thing, give value x and find y, give value x, try to get y, give value x, try to get y, give value x, try to get y, and take this information from table and take into this one. Okay, so when x equal to 0, y equal to 7, this one, not 4 after 4. Okay, 119, 231, 343. When I got 4 point, when I connected, I got a line. You can see what the difference between original and new one. The difference is only intercept point. Intercept point original 4, but this is intercept point new one is 7. It's higher. But you can see the distance from this line is not changed. From the beginning distance and the ending distance is still 3. For example, this 7 to 4 is 3 different. 40 to 43 is 3 difference. Okay, this is 28 to 31, 3 difference. That's why you can see 3 different, 3 different. That's why this is parallel. Okay. So, what difference? When you change the constant, that means not affected to the variable, and the sub will change. So previous slide, slope change. This slide, intercept change. Okay. So I think you get. Yes, you can review it again and again if you are not clear. And again, if you still review many times and still not clear, contact me. Okay, based on the graph, this is the new idea. Based on the graph below, what is the equation of line in the graph, or graph below, or maybe 2 times. Okay, I delete one. That's why now I don't have equation, I don't have table, but I have graph. So take information on this graph in order to make equation, in order to produce equation. Okay, so this is a line, the blue one here. What is equation of the graph blue one here? That's why again this is a new idea, and this new idea, this point will be used in next chapter. Next chapter will be used this point. Okay, you need to be clear for this point in order to apply, in order to use next chapter. So I have a graph, but I don't have equation, I don't have table. That's why based on the graph I need to make table and make equation happen. Okay, in order to based on graph to make equation, I need to give values on the graph. There are many points, million, maybe uncountless points, but I just take few points that I can get information easily. What information that I can get? Information about y, information about x. Okay, information about y, information about x. So this one easily, point S, x minus 5, y 4. Point P, x0, y3. Point M, x5, y2. Point N, x10, y1. Point Q, x15, y0. Point T, x20, y minus 1. Okay, look at this one. You can see the scale not the same. This is a, when you look at this one, this is not square, this is a rectangle. And moreover, this is 5, you see 5, this is only 1. That's why when you scale, noted, when you scale, the scale number of y is not necessarily the same as the scale numbers of x. But the scale number of y must be the same for all y. This one is 1 from this is 1 1 1 1 1 1 1. You can see from one point to the next point the same constant, the same gap, the same distance, not constant, the same, yes, the same constant or distance the same. Okay, don't say this is 5 4 here, 2 3 here, 2 here. No, this is wrong. This is real, absolutely wrong. So again, I just mentioned, when you scale, when you put a number are scaling on y and x, they are not really necessary. They are not necessarily the same. For example, this 1 2 3 4 5 5 10 15 20. You see, not the same. But the number that you scale on y must be the same distance from one scale to next. The number that you scale on x must be the same, 5 5 5 5 5 5. Okay, you may ask, how can we scale by use ruler? No, I don't need you to use ruler. You can use your eyes. Yes, it's sometimes error, but try to minimize your error. Don't use ruler because it takes long time. Because you use ruler, you need to take ruler and you need to point. It takes long time. Use your eyes. Is it 100% the same? No, not 100% the same, but at least closer to 100% the same. Okay, if you use your eye and point by your own, don't use ruler. Why? If you have much time, okay, you can use ruler. But if you don't have much time, don't use ruler to scale it, to put the number, because it takes long time. Just use your eye and you can estimate. Is it clear? Is it the same? Yes, you can see this. It's almost the same, but not 100% the same if you use your own eye. This distance from distance not really the same size, but closer to 100% the same. Okay, so now based on this graph, I want to make equation. In order to make equation, I need information on this graph. This point information I will take. Okay, define equation. In order to find equation, you need to make general equation that I said earlier. Yes, you need to make a general equation like this one. This is general equation. We don't know anything for all here. That's why you need to make general equation. Yes. So I need to make general equation. Y equal to A. They say M, but I change to A. They say M. Y equal to A plus BX. What is A? A is intercept. Oh, sorry. Yes, they call B. Based on this one, no. Again, based on the last slide that I showed you, this is B, this is M. Okay, but now it depends on, you can choose A, B, X, no, X, Y, because X, Y here. You can use A, B, C, D, E, F, any point, but I prefer A here, B there. This is general equation. A is intercept, B is slope. What I want to find equation, I want to find the values of A, and I want to find the values of B. X and Y are variable. I cannot find. It's still variable. It's to put that in Y. But I want to get values A and B. In order to find value of A and B, because they are two, A and B, two values, I need to find the values of A, 1, the values of B, 2. That's why two value. In order to get two value, at least I need two equations. Okay, two equations. That's why I take 2 points from the line, from the graph. There are many points there, but I take only 2 points. Suppose that I take point M and point N. Point M and point N. You can take point S and point Q, point S, point P, point S, point M, point S, point N, point S, point T, point T, point M. You can take any 2 points, and the result is still the same. Okay, result is still the same. But now I take point M. What is point M? Point M, x5, y2. Point N, x10, y1. Okay, this one. Because of M on this equation, that's why information of M must consist or must the same thing as information of this equation. That's why we can substitute. Because this is x, this is y. That's why this one y2, x5, y2, x5. Okay, so when we put coordinate of one point, we put x first and y. Maybe this is from, yes, you already took it from high school, from secondary school, how to draw graph, especially class 7, class 8, class 9. This one. That's why this is x, this is y. Y equal to 2, x equal to 5. A, B, we just want to find. This is x for point N, x is 10, y is 1. That's why y1 is 10. I got 2 equations because we want to find 2 values. That's why we need to find 2 equations. So equation 1, equation 2. That's why you need to solve a simultaneous equation, or we call system equation. Maybe you know how to solve it, right? But based on me, I just taking equation 1 minus equation 2. So when we take equation 1 minus equation 2, 2 minus 1 is 1. A minus A is 0A. 5B minus 10B is minus 5B. So B is minus 1 over 5. Okay? It's a little bit easy. When you got B, you know slope already. Okay, find A. Substitute B that we just found here, just to get here, into equation 1 or equation 2. It depends on. I prefer equation 1, that's why I take B into equation 1. So B equal to 1 minus 1 over 5. Equation 1 is 1, 2 equal to A plus 5B, this is B, that's why I got A equal to 3. So equation is already found. The equation is already found by substitute B into this one, substitute A into that one. That's why we got equation Y equal to a equal to 3 minus, wow, this is plus. Why is it minus? Yes, plus multiplied by minus is minus. Okay. Minus 1/5x. Yes, this one. Okay. This is the other methods that we use in order to define equation by using information or data from the graph. These methods, in order to define equation, we need to define the slope and intercept. Okay, so based on the graph below here, what are the slope and intercept of red line? This is red line. Okay, the red line. So if you look at the previous slide, this is intercept, this is slope. I take A point and B point, and note, don't confuse A and B here. A and B here are the points, but A and B here are different meaning. A here intercept, B here is slope, not the same, right? Okay, don't confuse. A here intercept point, B here slope in our equation, general equation. But on the line, A and B here are points. Okay, so I have, because this is a straight line, that's why I have only 2 points. I get only 2 points, but there are many points on this one. You can take this point, that point, that point, this point, this point, or this point, any point. But I take A, this one, B, this one. Okay, go to C together. Define the slope. The formula of slope, or the slope formula. The slope of a line equal to the rise over or divided by the run between 2 points. Yes, because the formula requires me to have 2 points. That's why based on the graph I put point A and point B. Okay, so rise over run or divided by run between 2 points. Rise, what does it mean, rise? The change in vertical axis. It means the change the values of y-axis between the 2 points. How about run? The change in horizontal axis. It means the change of 2 points, the change of 2 points of A and B on x-axis. That's why how to get the change, how to find the change. The change, that means 1 point minus the other point. That's why in order to get 1 point minus the other point, you need to get 2 points. So we take 2 points. A, it should be xa, ya. B should be xb, yb. So based on the graph previous slide, A, x equal to 30, y 100. B, x minus 20, y minus 150. A, x 30, y 100. B, x minus 20, y minus 50. Okay, so change 1 point minus the other point. Change of y, point A minus point B. If change of y you take A minus B, the change of x also A minus B. Must be consistent. Okay, don't change the order. If you take A first, y also A first, x also A first. Okay, so if I take A first, A minus B for y, 100 minus 150. So minus and minus plus, that's why 250. X, A 30 minus 20. So minus plus, that's why 50. So based on our formula, rise, divided by rise, that means change in y divided by change in x. So change in y 250, change in x is 50. That's y equal to 5. Okay. Or change x, change y again, but you change method. If you take b minus a, you can take b minus a. If you can take b minus a, y also b first, x also b first. So when you do it, it's the same. Right? Slope is the same, 5. Slope is 5. Slope still 5. Okay, be careful about your sign. In this case, because you take y, a minus b, that's why this is plus, all plus. But when you take b minus a, this is all minus. Minus divided by minus is plus. Okay, be careful about this one. Some students, they did wrong with this one, especially the sign plus or minus. Okay, slope already defined, equal to 5. Now intercept. Define the vertical intercept of red line. Vertical intercept is the value of dv y, dv dependent variable y, when independent variable x equal to 0. That means in order to find intercept point or vertical intercept point, you need to set x equal to 0 based on the line where x equal to 0. When x equal to 0, this point equal y equal to vertical intercept. Based on the graph, when x equal to 0, we can see y equal to minus 50. When x equal to 0, this one, x equal to 0, y is equal to minus 50. That's why minus 50 is y equal to minus 50 is intercept. Okay, this should be not y, it should be minus 50, not y. So I have slope, I have intercept, I can define equation here. Phi equal to phi x, slope x minus, should be plus intercept point, but because intercept point is minus, that's why this is minus. But this is okay, this is y, maybe I get from this one, I just copy directly. This is not y. If I say it's y, you will compute with equation. This should be intercept is minus 50, like this one. Red line is phi plus y, intercept is minus 50, not minus, not y equal to, no. Okay, so this is for you to practice. Green one, find slope, find intercept, and make equation. To have more practice, you have red one, you have blue one. Find equation. You can use the first method, or you can use the second methods in order to find equation. Equation of the red line, equation of the blue line. You can use the first equation. Where is the equation? Yes, this is the first. Sorry, this is the first method, not the first equation. This is the first method in order to find equation. This is the second method in order to find equation. So your practice. This one I need you to use second equation, but this one it depends on. Maybe you can use one the first equation, the other one second equation to get yes, separately in order to make more practice. Okay, so it's the end of my movie appendix. So this movie will be posted on YouTube. That's why you need to watch YouTube and do your work. And don't forget, again and again, the one who not yet subscribe, click like and comment. Okay, on YouTube you need to do that once. Okay, so time for you to do your work.